To the woman that frequents my girlfriend's apartment complex with the stank face that always reads, "Here come that gay bitch again." I want you to know that I get it. You are not used to gay people. They've been the stuffing that jokes whispered on sidewalks and behind the backs of strangers are made of. Not real, not very tangible, not even very human. As a teenager, my father, at least the way I imagined him, would tell me things like, "We are all the same." And anyone that didn't like me because I was gay was simply just ignorant of that fact. Black, white, gay, straight, we are all the same, like a hand-holding, multiracial, we are the world, sexually indifferent block party. Yeah, my father was pretty corny like that, but you, my friend, are more right than my father ever was, even his imaginary parts. There is a very distinct difference between gay people and straight people that is so slight, I'm glad and a bit surprised that you noticed it. Gay people just fuck better. And I know you know that because you live next door. And the particular intensity of anger you are expressing comes from a very focused type of sexual frustration that can lead to ailments such as delusions of heterosexual grandeur, stalled lips, and rampant unchecked homophobia that leaks out into cultural norms as emotional and physical transgressions from a lack of clitoral release. If I were you, I'd hate gay people too, because we have been interrupting quiet nights at home with your cat and repeat episodes of Meet the Browns, America's Next Top Model, and The Housewives of Orange County. That is some seriously important shit. I only can offer you an explanation and hope that with my sincerest of apologies, we can still be friends, or in the least, the civilest of neighbors. I understand the other day you asked my girlfriend, "Why are you gay anyway? You're too pretty for that." And you're right, she's very pretty, gorgeous in fact, and I find her attractive in a way that, frankly, makes me a little sad you're not getting the same attention at home. I mean, here we are insensitively cranking up the noise day by day, and I haven't heard so much as a mouse squeaking through the walls of your place since I got here. Is everything okay? You know, most of us gays double as therapists on the side and are experts at talking about our feelings, so you shouldn't feel ashamed. Just let it out. I, of course, am here for you. Men and women together is just unnatural. I mean, a better question is not, why are you gay? But rather, why do y'all fuck so much and so good when I'm trying to sleep or in the four corners of my mind? See, I added that last part because every time you say the word gay, I can see behind those eyes your perverted ass is only thinking about sex. To the point I often wonder if my butt looks good in your preoccupied heterosexual fantasies. So let me answer both those questions for the two of us, okay? Of course it does, and I don't fuck more. I fuck harder. I fuck harder for when my mother slapped me across the face at Christmas for looking like a boy. I fuck harder for the boy that thought he could fuck the gay out of me. I fuck harder for the 13-year-old trans girl turned prostitute because her parents forced her to sleep on the streets. I fuck harder because Ugandan activists like David Kato don't deserve to die at the hands of American evangelism. I fuck harder because the U.S. government thought it was more important for me to be able to die for my country than to live in holy matrimony with equal housing and job protections. I fuck harder because the transgender life expectancy in this country is 37. I fuck harder to prevent forgetting that the ability to come into the warmth of your partner from the cold of outside is a luxury not everyone is allotted. And I fuck harder to let her know that this very moment is sacred, and I fuck harder. Because every time a post-night trans fag thrusts, a motherfucking fairy gets its wings. That being said, if you have any more questions, you can feel free to give a knock on the door of apartment 305B, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I hope you have a good night. I'd say good night sleep, but between you and me, I just got back from a long trip. And the way my girl looked today, ain't nobody in this place getting any type of sleep for the next week. But don't worry, the stereotypes aren't all true. I mean, gay people don't just fuck. For instance, yesterday, I had time to get a fair trade coffee at the co-op, which means I may just have enough time later to take some notes for your boyfriend there. So leave your light on so we can chat again, neighbor.